Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWADAH. Shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kamela coming at you with another lesson. In today's lesson, there's going to be multiple different topics, and so the first thing I actually kind of want to get into, which is what I recently heard, was the whole Kamela Harris, the new presidential candidate for U.S. presidential candidate for 2025, for the 2025 presidency, Democratic presidential candidate. All right, basically, Biden, he stepped down, and now Biden is endorsing Kamela Harris, but funnily enough, Obama didn't endorse her, and I forgot who else. There was some other noteworthy person who didn't endorse her, but there's just in general, there were some people who were not messing with her. And one big thing I will say is that what's it called? For the whole presidency thing, she got the most money. She had she had already reached $81 million, the most that anyone has ever gotten in one time, I think if my memory serves me correctly. All right. The thing is, one of the big things, which honestly, let me get that first, right quick. One of the biggest reasons, I surmise that she's getting so much support from the masses or majority of people. Let me get this, bear with me. Proverbs 1 verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. All right. So one of the reasons why they support her, which I kind of want to say it was also the same reason why they supported Barack Obama, kind of. But at the same time, there might be more to the Barack Obama thing. I wasn't educated enough back then as in that field, and I guess it's kind of relevant for me to go back. But we're talking about Kamala Harris right now. I will say she is an Israelite on a technicality. I think I don't even know if she is an Israelite, because they said her father is. I think her father is Jamaican, is half Jamaican, half Indian, West Indian, or her father is Jamaican and her mother is Indian, West Indian. I don't know the exact details, but I do know that whenever someone talks about Kamala Harris, they do mention, she's Jamaican and Indian, but she more so claims her Indian side. She only claims the Jamaican or the so-called black side. She only said that she's black when she wants to, garner the so-called black people's votes. All right, but basically the thing is, the simplicity of it is the fact that people are only going to support Kamala Harris because she is a woman. That's number one, and also a so-called black woman, or a woman, or a so-called black person. Right? These are some of the two biggest things, and they don't care about, what does she think? What does she believe? Is she actually gonna do something good to help? All right? Is she gonna be better than Biden and whatnot? Which, honestly, let me get that as well. Deuteronomy chapter 17, I believe, verse 15. Deuteronomy 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shalt choose one from among thy brethren, shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. All right, so number one, we're not even allowed to, be participating in these politics, all right, or elections and stuff like that, because we're not supposed to be appointing someone that's not our own kin / our own race to be our leaders above us. That's number one. Number two, even if you did appoint someone, the thing is that things have never changed, okay? So, things have never really changed for the better for us. We're still at the bottom of society. We're still, things are still terrible. As a matter of fact, as time has gone on, in some ways things have been getting worse, all right? In some ways. But the main thing is how we shouldn't be participating, but at the same time, regardless of the fact that we shouldn't be participating, I want to point out a couple of things about Kamala Harris that I just learned, I believe this week, if not a day or two ago, where Kamala Harris, but prior to being, what's it called, vice president and being a part of the whole election thing, she was prosecuting a lot of Jakes. Okay, she used to be a prosecutor, I believe, where she would, I believe, what I heard specifically, okay, which you can go fact check this. If I'm wrong, you're more than welcome to correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm right, then you can correct the fine details or whatever. But the thing is that she would prosecute Jake with some prejudice, okay? Get him, what's it called, where she was responsible for a lot of the imprisonment of a lot of so-called black men, all right? So even more so now, the so-called black men should not be supporting her. And if you actually did if we actually did research, then this type of stuff should be, on the forefront. And as a matter of fact, hold on, didn't I hear? I think it was the freaking Republican people that pointed that out. It was either that, or I was listening to a brother's lesson where they were talking about what she did. All right, so yeah, like we don't mess with her. We absolutely do not mess with her. We should not be messing with her. All right, she does not have our best interest at heart, and she doesn't even claim us. All right, she claims to be Indian. She only claims so-called blackness when it comes to, oh yeah, you guys, I'm black just like you, so vote for me. All right, which that's the simple, as we read in Proverbs chapter 1 verse 22. How long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity? You know, vote for someone just because they look like you. Do they have your best interest in her? There's even a video of hers literally stating, well, I'm not gonna help black people just because they're black. I'm gonna help everyone. All right. So she doesn't give a damn about helping the so-called black people. All right. Even though there was an objective injustice that had happened to us, she doesn't give a damn. All right. So how are you gonna go and support this woman just because she's a woman, just because she's a man, or it's not a man, just because she's a woman, just because she's so-called black on a potential technicality? Because I don't know if she actually is Jamaican on her father's side. All right, but I don't know if she's Jamaican or Indian. The point is, all right, you can't just be supporting her just because she's a little dark. All right. Now, also want to get into with the whole Biden thing. I thought that was pretty interesting. That I had heard that Biden had gotten the C9, all right, and as a result of that, that as well as the fact that he's been feeling a lot sicker and a lot weaker. You know that he's like I don't want to, you know, he just doesn't want to go and stick around anymore. Okay, he's sick. He's just gonna finish the term because you know his term is almost done. Like by the end of this year, he's out of office. So you know, as a result of that, that's what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, Slakia, right quick before I forget. There was also the whole Simpsons thing. I thought that was pretty funny. The Simpsons had shown Donald Trump getting killed, all right, and then at the same time they had shown Lisa, the daughter of Homer in the Simpsons, the main character, one of the main characters becoming president, all right. So I thought that was pretty funny. That's also a part of their predictive programming. They're trying to make normalize people, get people used to this type of stuff. And you know, if this is all a part of the ploy, okay, if they actually are going to make Kamala Harris the next president, all right, you know, that's just like, it's like they're running through certain, what's it called? What's the word? I forgot the word. Running through certain scenarios in these TV shows, okay, in order to get people, what's the word? Used to it, all right? And we also get, bear with me, getting people, so they're basically getting people used to this stuff. Slakia, I don't have access to my thing. I'm trying to get this. Anyway, the main point is how they're trying to get people used to the stuff. Now, moving on, another thing I want to get into was the consolation and how the Lord truly does have mercy on the wicked. All right. Now, let me get this. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. All right, so there are people that are going to be wicked, are going to be evil. All right, they're going to do wickedly. All right, and they're going to think that, oh yeah, this is the right thing. Like, I'm getting rewarded for being evil. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep on doing it. All right, and the funny thing is, let me get this as well, Luke. Chapter 6, verse 24. Verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Okay, so you know this is the thing. The Lord has the mercy. It's like the Lord has mercy on even the wicked. All right, which goes to show the length of His mercy, even on the wicked. Because the thing is, the Lord could have just. It's like number one, the Lord He punishes the righteous when we go off. When we go off, you know, if this is a father, let me get that. Bear with me. Proverbs 3 verse 11, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of His correction, For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. All right. So the thing is, when the Lord has his beloved, all right, the Israelites, okay, he's gonna say, okay, you know what? Don't do this, don't do that. Go do this, go do that. All right. And if you go off, you don't listen to him, then he's gonna punish you. Okay. It's as a parent punishes his children, punishes your children for doing wrong. All right. Now, as a result of that, this is not what the Lord does with the wicked or those that he hates. And the Lord does hate. All right. Bear with me one moment because I want to get this as well. All right, give me 1 second. I want to get this. Okay, Proverbs 6, verse 16. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that devised wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. All right. So the Lord hates these types of people. All right. So now, the thing is, as I was, I almost forgot what I was going to say. But basically, the purpose of what I'm bringing out is with the way that the Lord chastised his loved ones. All right, he's not going to chastise the people that he hates. He's just going to, punish them. All right. Let me also get this because that's also a precept. Obadiah, verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle on them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Let me also get this. Romans chapter 9. Verse 11, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good nor evil, that the purpose of Yahawah according to election might stand, not of works but of him that calleth, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. All right, so right here we see that there are people, this is just one example, all right, of a person that the Lord just does not, that the Lord just hates, all right? As a result of that, he's not going to go out of his way to try to teach, correct, and show Esau the error of his ways, okay? He's just going to let Esau, and by extension, all, not just one person, but the whole house of Esau, as we read in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18, or just Obadiah verse 18, all right? So, what's happening is, even which is right now, all right, for Esau is thriving and enjoying this kingdom, his kingdom, right? This is his heaven, okay? As a result of that, Esau is thriving temporarily, all right? And this is the mercy that the Lord had given unto him. Someone that the Lord hates. All right. So even with his hatred towards Esau, all right. Let me get this. First Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. But every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. All right. So Esau, he strives to obtain a corruptible crown. Basically, that's the what's it called? The carnal things. Then we also get that, as a matter of fact. Matthew 6:19. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. We also get, what was it? Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay, so we are striving for an incorruptible crown, okay, where something that we can never lose. Whereas Esau strives for something that is temporary. Okay, let me also get that temporary verse. Not a temporary verse, but the verse about temporary riches. Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. All right. So that's basically the thing. Oh shit! Fuck it. Basically, that's the thing. All right. We strive for the things that are eternal. Okay. That's the spiritual gifts, the spiritual power. All right. The spiritual riches. All right. Whereas Esau is going for the carnal riches. Okay. And as a matter of fact, funnily enough, okay, when you strive for carnal riches, all right, strive to make it big in this world, you are, regardless of if you recognize that or not, all right, you are actively choosing the world over YAHAWAH, and you are choosing carnal riches rather than spiritual riches. Okay, as we read in Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 to 20. Okay, it says, "Lay it not up for yourselves treasures upon earth." So like say you're working a job. Okay, you're working a job to get money in order to pay. Oh, I'm gonna buy a new fancy car, a fancy house, whatever, carnally. But you should be putting in some hours for buying the spiritual house, the spiritual fancy car. Okay, because those riches are eternal. Those riches are incorruptible. Those riches you will have forever, and the Lord will never take them away from you, and you can never lose them. All right. Now I want to get into this. So yeah, basically, hold on, because I just remembered now the precept I was going to get. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Okay, so you have to understand, loving Yahweh is, how do you love Yahweh? Let's get the scripture for that. John chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. All right. So the way you show love is you show love to YAHAWASHI is by keeping His commandments, following after the word of YAHAWAH. And as a result of following the word of YAHAWASHI, okay, you will be gifted with everlasting life. Slaki. You will be gifted with everlasting life. Okay. In contrast to that, if you don't listen, okay, if you strive for, that carnal kingdom, which oftentimes, or more times than not, like 99% of times, you have to be wicked in order to make it in this society. What's that old saying go? You have to step on a few people in order to get ahead in life. Okay. You have to bring people down in order to push yourself up. Okay, and that's most of the way. That's most of the the success stories. I think that was a big success story for the dude that owns Mark Zuckerberg, that owns Facebook. I think they made a movie where he betrayed his friend and he became a millionaire. All right, he betrayed his friend and he became successful for it. All right, but the thing is. But the thing is, that's all temporary. So after he dies, then what? Is he going to continue to thrive and enjoy those riches? No. He might be able to give it to his children if he has kids. I don't even know if he's married or not. I genuinely don't even know. All right, but the point is, regardless of if he has kids or not, okay, like this type of stuff is temporary. And even then, all right, it's very easy. It's very easy for someone to lose, all the wealth that they've accumulated. All right, like a lot of times, it's just what's it called? You can have your things, your assets repossessed. Repossessed. Okay, you can have whatever just taken from you by the government just because. Fuck you. That's basically it. That's their reason. Just fuck you. All right. And that's the thing. Okay. As it said, as we read in Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Okay, lay not up for yourself treasures on earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Okay, because anyone can steal. You have the government that can steal, take your money. Okay. What's it called? What's his name? Kanye West, he lost his bank account. Okay, well I think what happened was they said, hey, we don't mess with you anymore. Take your stuff off and go to another bank. All right. So for speaking up and giving his opinion out in the public, they said fuck you to Kanye, and he doesn't have a bank account. He doesn't have a bank account anymore. Or he doesn't have a bank account with that, with whatever branch that he was at before, right? So, the main thing is, if you have carnal riches, it's very easy for them to be taken from you. But for spiritual riches, okay, which in the kingdom, it's going to be translated by, and when I say translate, I mean like change from, it's spiritual, you can't see it, to a literal physical, like riches, all right, gold, diamonds, whatever, jewelry and whatnot. Okay, so we're just waiting. But the thing is that it's all those spiritual riches that are going to turn to physical. All right, they're going to be forever. Like you're never going to lose them. You're not going to have to pay freaking taxes. I heard, what's it called? If you win the lottery, let's say you win $1 million for winning the lottery. I think last time I checked, it was what? You only get like 600,000 of that. you only get to keep 600,000. All right, that was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. They take such a almost 50% of your winnings for winning the lottery. All right, like that's Esau for you. Crazy. But moving on. Obviously, $500,000 is still good. It would still help a lot of people out. But the thing is, Jake specifically, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to conserve money. Okay, there was a bunch of YouTubers that were, when they were doing giving what, thousands of dollars to homeless people, where they would just choose random homeless people and then give them like some money or whatever in order to get back on their feet. A lot of them, well, some of them, what I saw some Jake. There's one Jake dude, okay, one homeless Jake that wanted to just spend money on nice clothes and shit. When the Edomite YouTuber was saying, yo, stop wasting your money on this stuff, but use it on something that's gonna help you in the long run, all right? But he just didn't listen, and he was like, okay, you know what, whatever, I don't care, do whatever you want, okay? And then that was a whole thing where they just stopped caring and stopped, doing that for, I guess, a majority of times, a long period of time, or / they only give like what, a couple of hundred. If they feel like helping, they'll give a couple of hundred so that they can eat and they won't starve for a while, I guess. But yeah, that's another thing, people, funnily enough, even if you give money to homeless people, they don't know, certain homeless people don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to, spend wisely, okay? Jake specifically, they're gonna spend their money on fucking, the nicest shoes, high quality stuff, rather than, get some food, then we go get a nice shelter, nice place to stay and whatnot, okay? Being wise with their money instead of living for the moment, YOLO and whatnot, all right? So, let me go into this. But yeah, basically, the main thing I want to get, the main thing was how even with the wicked, the Lord shows mercy. Okay, let me get that. Before I move, let me get this. Numbers chapter 14, verse 18, the Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy. Right then and there, we see he's long-suffering. He's willing to wait a long period of time, in order to make things right. Okay, as well as give people chances. All right. If he wasn't long-suffering, Israel, they would be done. Okay, especially with during the time of Moses, when the Israelites went and worshipped the golden calf, the Lord was well in his right to just destroy them. Like, what, fuck you guys. I'm not dealing with you guys anymore. You niggas are crazy to just be worshipping a golden calf after I got your ass out of Egypt. I literally split the fucking sea for you, and you dumbasses are gonna go worship some golden calf that can't do jack shit, can't wipe his own ass, can't eat, can't do a damn thing. All right, that's how stupid Israel is. All right. Anyway, it's lucky. It's lucky because when I was reading that was some of the dumbest shit ever. All right. How dumb can you be when you literally saw, you were alive to see, you were a product. Either you were a product or you went through the experience of YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI splitting the freaking sea for you, only for your remedial ass to go ask Aaron to make a golden calf for you to go worship a golden calf. That was dumb. That was dumb. Anyway, yeah. So the Lord is long suffering and of great mercy. So it also clearly we see that it also extends to the Edomites, because the Lord could have used someone else to punish us. The Lord could have used our own people, the good Israelites, to punish the bad Israelites. All right, but there have been times. It's like there have been times. Okay, when what's it called? King David against Saul. King David against his son. I think it was Absalom. I believe it was Absalom, or the other one. Slakia. And what's it called? I just had it and I forgot. Well, whatever. Basically, the thing is, the Lord could have used, Israelites to punish. Oh, Slakia, was it Levites or Simeons that were practicing going around raping men? Okay, they got punished too. They got destroyed. I forgot which tribe it was. All right. Bear with me, let me see. Well, regardless, actually, what it's better that I didn't find it. I'm not trying to, demonize any specific tribe, all right? But basically, I love all my brothers and sisters in this truth that are actually sincere, all right? I don't care what tribe you're from, but I care if you are an Israelite. I don't care what you look like, but I do care that you are, if you are an Israelite. But the thing is, so the Lord could have just used the good Israelites to punish the bad ones, because even during the time of Moses, okay, not everyone had worshipped the golden calf. I believe it was the Levites that didn't, who were one of the main groups that didn't worship the golden calf. All right, the Israelites were one of the main groups that didn't worship the golden calf. All right, and the Lord could have just used them to punish them and had them rule over them with rigor. All right, but no, the Lord chose a nation of people that He hated. Okay, the Edomites. All right, and even then, even when the Lord said, He's going to destroy the Edomites, even though the Lord said He's going to destroy the Edomites, He gave the Edomites time. A time of mirth, a time to be happy, which is right now. All right, a time where they're thriving and enjoying themselves, living it up, doing literally doing whatever they want. And that's a heavy emphasis on doing whatever they want, because these people have been doing the most wildest things. Okay, fucking Epstein Island, molesting and raping little kids. All right, what else? And the thing is, they're getting away with it too. Okay, they're quite literally getting away with all this stuff. All right, because like a lot of times, like especially with the whole raping situation, you got what's his name, Bill Cosby. Who else? R. Kelly and other so-called black figures. Okay, black famous people that are getting caught or getting jail time for either accusations, or maybe they actually did do it. Okay, but the thing is, for their so-called white counterparts, they're not facing time. They get to, just no one bats an eye. All right, a lot of them are getting away scot-free. All right. Now, bear with me. Next thing I wanted to talk about was okay, bear with me. There's this one precept I want to get. James chapter 2, verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not Yahawadah chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him? Alright? Did the Lord not choose the poor of this world? So the poor are those that are, the literal, physically poor people. Okay? Which one of the poorest people, alright, in the society are the so-called black people, okay? And with that, that's perfect tie. You also get these so-called poor black people that are confounding these scholars, all right? So you have people like Kamela, he went to he got his PhD and whatnot, and he can't break down, the scriptures properly. All right, he can't answer simple questions. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I need to stop talking about vocab because I don't want the fucking devil coming after me or bothering me in any way. But that's still an example. All right, that's still an example. All right. I think that's an example that you got a lot of these Israelites that are debating them. Okay, I will give props to Sakari, even though more recently, they haven't been, doing the best because he's been going after the less learned ones, I guess. All right. But the main point is that you got these, because there's a multitude of different types of brothers. It's true. Some brothers actually do have college degrees or some sort of college degree. All right. Some of them don't. Some of them are just out of high school. All right. And regardless of their education level in Esau society, okay, let me actually get that. First Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25, because the foolishness of Yahawadah is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahawadah is stronger than men. So the wisdom of YAHAWASHI is greater than the foolishness of YAHAWASHI is greater than the wisdom of men. So men at their peak in any way, shape, or form, be it intellect, strength, agility, speed, whatever, okay? The Lord on his worst day, on his little worst day, with both hands tied metaphorically both hands tied behind his back, both legs tied behind his back, is still going to run a better race than Esau, souped up on steroids. All right, and that translates into this truth. Okay, because when you speak, when you try to explain a truth, the truth and a lie, the truth is harmonious. The truth is going to be able to stand. All right, let me actually get that as a matter of fact. Acts chapter 5, verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. So if this gospel that we were preaching was our own flesh, was something that we just want to push out as our own agenda, all right, then it would come to naught. It would be nothing. But because it is from YAHAWASHI, all right, then that means they know. No, exactly. Let me rephrase that. Because they know it's from YAHAWASHI, especially Kamela and any other people who make it, especially Christians in general. Christians that go out trying to debate, the Israelites, because they know that this is truth, okay? Because they know that they cannot refute this, because they know that their Christian doctrine is faulty, baloney, just incorrect and a lie. All right. As a result of that, they need to go out and perpetuate this lie. Okay, try to convince people to stay. All right. It's lucky. So with that, let me also get this. Bear with me, I want to get this. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Okay, so, which funnily enough, once again, I mentioned this before, Kamela, with all the debates that he goes to do, literally going to fucking Europe, just to bother the Israelites that are in Europe, because I know there were some GMS brothers in I know there were some GMS brothers in Europe. I think all around the world, there's different Israelite camps all around the world. All right. So he's going around debating all of them, and funnily enough, he keeps on putting Hebrew Israelites in his title, and it's waking Israel up. Funnily enough. All right. So he's trying to go against it, but he's actually working for the truth. Okay, it's the same thing. Like people might think that they're doing something against it, or they're going against YAHAWAH, but at the end of the day, it's all a part of the Lord's plan. All right. It's lucky I'm speaking too much. It's all a part of the Lord's plan. Sure, about that. It's all a part of the Lord's plan. All right. And if we were false prophets, all right, then no one would need to go around to bother us. It's simply because we're going against the Babylonian society, the Babylonian standard. All right. We're telling people what they are and that they're wicked and to repent, okay? And they hate that. Just as we read in Proverbs 8, verse 36, okay? Because they hate the word of the Lord, they love death. Because they hate Yahweh, they love death, okay? They don't want everlasting life. They just want to be content with whatever wickedness is going on in this society. And then when all is said and done, and the Lord comes to judge this wicked kingdom, you can't be acting like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm ready to repent now, I'm ready to do good. No, that's not how things go. You willingly chose. Fuck it. You willingly chose to be a demon. You willingly chose to go about living in an evil society. Okay? You willingly chose the world over Yahawadah, Hashem, Yahawashi. Let me get that. First John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right? So for you to love the world, to choose the world over Yahawadah, you love death, number one, but at the same time, you don't have it, the love. That's the thing. You got a lot of Christians that I even heard a Christian say this before. They said, I think, roughly paraphrasing, but basically they said, I think that God intended for us to enjoy the heaven, quote unquote heaven, that's on earth. And that's wrong. That's incorrect. Okay. They expect they don't want to. They want to enjoy life now. They want to thrive. They don't want to ever go through any hardships. They want to do whatever they want now, and then they want to be rewarded for going against the word of YAHAWAH and His. All right, which is a big issue. This is a very big issue in primarily Christianity, but also just in society as a whole. Okay, people hate discipline. People hate, being expected to fulfill certain roles and to do certain things and having certain obligations expected of them. All right. You can't say, give me. You can't go to let's say a pizza joint, all right, and say, oh, I want to go. Give me a pizza, and I'm not gonna pay for it, okay? And then they say, okay, no, you have to pay for the pizza, okay? It's a give and take It is a give and take relationship, okay? You give me money, I give you pizza. But no, what they want is you give me money for you to feed me, to serve me pizza. All right, and that's the wickedness about the society. They don't care about the fairness, and they think that they attribute everything bad that happens. Okay, everything bad that happens, like tornadoes, hurricanes, natural disasters. They say, oh, God did it, and God did all this stuff, this terrible thing that's happening around the world. Okay, he hurt me, he hurt this. He killed a whole bunch of innocent people, because they're not really innocent. Let me get that real quick. Job chapter 4, verse 7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? All right? So who perished being innocent? So basically, if something wicked happened to someone, that means that they deserved it. Okay? Even kids, because I know there was this one, I just heard a lot of different stories. Okay? Just as we've all heard many different stories. Okay? But a lot of times, even kids that have stuff happen to them, okay, reincarnation is a thing where in their previous lifetime they were probably just straight up demons, especially if something very terrible happens to them, okay? Because I remember it was like a less than a year old baby that was sold by her mother to these 3 PDF files, all right? And they basically raped her to death. Okay, the baby literally died. Okay, how could something so terrible happen? How can a child be put in such a terrible situation? Let me quickly get that. Prove all things. John chapter 9, from the top. And as Yahawashi passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Okay, so we see that the disciples had asked him, who sinned, the man or his parents? So maybe the parents could have sinned, or maybe it was just the man, but he was born blind. So if he was born blind, not means that they acknowledge that he was born blind. But how could he have sinned if he was blind from birth? All right, and the answer to that is reincarnation or regeneration, where in his previous lifetime he was a demon, he did something wicked. Okay, in this instance of the blind man, he had not done anything. It was just to show the power of YAHAWASHI. But for something like a child, getting raped and whatnot, in the instance I told you, that maybe that girl, maybe that boy, whatever, I don't even know if it was a girl or not. I'm pretty sure it was a girl. But maybe that girl was, a demon in her previous lifetime. Maybe she did a whole bunch of terrible things. Who knows, all right? And that was a judgment that the Lord decided to put upon her, all right? Now, bear with me. The next thing I want to get into maybe the final topic, maybe not. We'll see. If you have a job, you got to do it. You have to fulfill your duty. Okay. This once again goes into showing love for Yahweh, showing that you love Yahawah and His. Okay. So let's say, I don't know, for me personally this has happened, okay? But, when someone's giving you good advice, or you say, oh no, I don't want to do that, it seems kind of mean if I do this, that, and the third, whatever. But no, but someone cares about you, but they're giving you good advice, and you're too scared to do, to do the advice, or you don't feel like it, or whatever, all right? The fact that number one, they're showing you love by giving you that good advice, and you need to reciprocate that love by actually listening to them and improving yourself as a result of improving yourself and showing your respect towards the person giving you that advice. And that applies to Yahawadah telling us to do A, B, C, or whatever he tells us to do. That is good, okay? And that also applies into doing the job that the Lord sent us out to do. Okay, one of them is going out on these highways and byways to preach this gospel to the lost sheep that need to hear the truth. All right, those are one of the things that we need to do. All right, and you need to be able to deny your flesh, deny your fears. Okay, deny every fiber in your being telling you not to do something because it doesn't make you feel comfortable. Well, a lot of times you have to get out of your comfort zone in order to do what's right. All right? Now let me get these precepts. Okay, so basically, John chapter 18, verse 9, that the saying might be fulfilled which he spake, of them which thou gavest me, have I lost none. Then Simon Peter having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Then said Yahawashi unto Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath. The cup which my father hath given me, shall not I drink it. Okay, so in this example, Yahawashi was saying, don't put away the sword. This is not what you need to be doing. This is what I need to be doing. I need to go through this, okay? Because Yahawashi prior, he was praying, asking. Let me actually see. Matthew chapter 26, verse 39, and he went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed. This is Yahawashi, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Okay, so Yahawashi, he was asking the Lord, Yahawadah, if it possible, if through your will, not through what I want. Okay, because there's a difference between, yes, there are certain things that we want to do. There are certain things that we want, okay? But if it's not the best thing, if it's not expedient for us, then the Lord's not gonna. A lot of times, the Lord's going to protect us from ourselves, / just make it so that we still have to go through with stuff because it is the best for us. It's the best. It's just the best thing to do in general. All right. So, basically, Yahawashi knew he was about to get crucified, and he didn't want to have to go through it. But he was asking and begging, can you make it so that I don't have to go through it? Okay, if you will, if it be your will. Okay. Now, also in addition to that, it also goes to show that when the time had come, Simon Peter, he had cut off the servant. He was ready to fight to protect Yahawashi. But even then, even when Yahawashi didn't want to get crucified, Yahawashi told him, hey, stand down, don't do it. And I have to take it. Okay? Clearly, there's no avoiding it now. I have to, go and, I have to go do what my Lord, sent me to do. Okay, to die for Israel. All right, and lo and behold, that's what ended up happening. All right, but yeah, that was the thing. Like for us, like how much Yahawashi being the perfect example, we need to follow in his example, follow in his shadow. It's John, 1 John. First John chapter 4, verse 13. Hereby know that 1 John chapter 4, verse 13. Hereby know that we that dwell in him and he in us, because he hath given us of his Holy Spirit. Okay, so the Lord gave us part of his Holy Spirit. So Yahawah by Yahawashi are going to dwell in us. So we need to properly embody that Holy Spirit. Okay, the Holy Spirit of doing the right things. Okay, denying our flesh, denying our own desires for the sake of doing what's right and fulfilling and following after the word of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. All right, we need to be like Yahawashi. Even though there are certain things that we want. Okay, we might want something like I don't know, a nice fancy sports car. It's not expedient. It's not the best thing. We need to be patient and long-suffering. All right. Follow again. Once again, following after the examples of Yahawah or Yahawashi, being patient, and let me also get that. Just as the scriptures say, what? Forgive your brother just as the Lord forgives you. Once again, follow, that's another example that we need to follow. Not just YAHAWASHI, but also YAHAWAH and His. All right? Doing the best that we can to be better men and women of the Lord. All right? We have John chapter 19, verse 10. Then said Pilate unto him, Speak thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have the power? I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee. Slaki. Verse 11, Yahawashi answered, Thou couldst have no power at me at all against me. John chapter 19, verse 10. Then saith Pilate unto him, Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee? Yahawashi answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivereth me unto thee hath the greater sin. Okay, so Yahawashi was saying, suck it. Pilate was saying, I have the power to release you, and I also have the power to crucify you. So just talk to me, tell me what's going on, tell me what's up. All right, and Yahawashi, he wasn't going for that. He said, the only power you have is the power that's given to you from Yahweh up in heaven. All right, you have no power with it. Okay, but Yahawashi wasn't gonna ask for mercy or ask for help from an enemy, from a heathen. All right, which I'm not saying that to sound prideful, but there is some balance to it. Okay, we're not supposed to be seeking after. Let me get that. I think it's Jeremiah. Isaiah chapter 30 from the top. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. All right? So that's basically the thing. If you are seeking and going to your enemy for help, that's a big problem that you have to fix. You have to change that up. All right? So, with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rukakadash. The honors to the Shalom to my Akim, walk with him out there, and Shalom.